Welcome back to Anatomy Physiology. This is chapter 7/8, the skeleton. This is video number 2. So in the next couple of videos, we're going to be looking at, in very much detail, the bones of the skull and a few of the features on the bones of the skull. There are a lot more that are present that we're not going to talk about, but I'm just going to give an overview. So when we look at the skull, there are actually 22 bones that are associated with the skull and the head. So we can divide these into two parts. One is the brain case, which surrounds the brain and offers tremendous protection. And we also have the bones that make up the face. Sometimes both bones are going to be involved with protecting the brain and giving us our facial features. So the brain case protects the brain, and there are mainly 8 bones that do that, and they are 2 parietals, that is the name of the bone, and they're paired, 2 temporal, and then we have some unpaired bones, the ethmoid, the sphenoid, the frontal, and the occipital. So those are all bones that we will look at diagrams and we will identify these. The facial bones, we have 14. And we have different functions of these bones. So the brain case protected, and the facial deals with eye orbit, which is involved with movement of the eye. So we have a lot of features in the eye that allow us to have muscles that move the eye. Mastication, which is a fancy word for chewing. So mastication is the technical or more proper name for chewing. Facial expression. So the placement of the bones and the attachment sites for the different muscles allow us to give expression. A little bit harder to see now in the times of COVID. And we have support for sense organs. So smell, taste, and hearing and sight. So these bones, we have a lot more paired bones here. We have 2 palatine, 2 maxilla, 2 zygomatic, 2 lacrimal bones, 2 nasal bones, 2 inferior nasal concha, and then we have 2 unpaired, the vomer and the mandible. So that will give us our 14 bones of the facial and our 8, which gives us 22 bones total for the skull.